Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there Batty fans, a little bit more on the algebraic fractions, and this time we've got things with not quite such simple things in the denominators there. But we're going to treat this in exactly the same way as all other algebraic fractions. Hopefully you remember that here. We do it the same as number fractions. We do it with the common denominator and then do what we need to do with the tops. For the common denominator, we're going to use those two things multiplied by each other. So this one on the left, its new denominator is going to be x minus 3 times by 3x, which I'll just write as brackets for the moment. And then whatever we did to the bottom, which was times it by 3x, we do the same to the top. So we've got 3x times by 2x. Okay, we'll simplify that later. For the right hand one, we've got the same denominator, and what we did to the bottom here was multiply it by the bracket, so we do the same to the top. Okay, so the left hand one has been multiplied top and bottom by this, and the right hand one has been multiplied top and bottom by this. Sometimes you hear it called cross multiplying. The top bit there gets multiplied by the 3x and the top bit there gets multiplied by the x minus 3. Bottom gets multiplied by them as well, of course. So there's our sum, and we can now combine those two. I'm going to do a little bit of simplifying as we go along. On the top we've got a 3x times a 2x, so that's a 6x squared, plus, and then over here we've got a 4 times an x, so that's a 4x, and a 4 times a minus 3, so that's minus 12. Whole thing over, and then I'm going to multiply this here, so it's going to be over the x minus 3, 3x, but I'll just expand it while we're here. 3x times x is 3x squared minus, and then we've got a 9x there. Okay, and in fact that doesn't simplify any further. That's just the way it is. Nothing, you would simplify that if you could do, but nope, nothing goes from that. So that's that example. Hope you're okay with that. We are getting the common denominator. Whatever you did to the bottom, you do the same to the top, and once you've got them over the same common denominator, we simply add the tops, simplifying as you go along. Okay, I'm going to wipe down the board and going to come back with a couple more for you to have a look at. I've got 3 sets here. I'm going to work through the first one and then you're going to have a look at the next 2. So for the top one up here, if you remember, we need to get the same bottom number or expression in this particular case. Now we've got an x plus 1 and we've got an x there. So the expression that is in the x plus 1 times table, that's also in the x times table, is x plus 1 times x. Okay, so that's our denominator. It's just these two things multiplied by each other. So whatever we did to the bottom, we times it by x, we do the same to the top. So that 2 becomes 2x. Okay, you'll notice on that we could cancel the x's and get back to what we started with. Yep. So that fraction is the same as that one, multiplied top and bottom by x. For this one, what we've done to the bottom is we've multiplied by the bracket x plus 1. Okay, now just make sure you write this carefully, that the 5 multiplies the whole of the bracket, not just the other bit. So we don't write that, because that's 5x and then add 1. We need 5 lots of x plus 1, and the brackets are important. Okay, once we've got the bottoms the same, we've got the new tops, we can just add the tops, and the answer comes out to be okay. Hopefully you're okay with simplifying all that algebra there. I've simply added the tops, I've multiplied out this bracket while I'm here, so we've got a 5x plus 5, and then we've got added 2x from there. That gives us a 7x plus 5, and I've just multiplied out those brackets at the bottom there. I'm assuming that you're okay with that kind of algebra. Okay, so the answer to that one there, we've got 7x plus 5 over x squared plus x. And nothing particularly cancels down on that, though if it were you could do that. Okay, so you have a go please at the green one. Right, so let's look at the green one. So for the bottom number on there, we're going to use x plus 2 multiplied by 2x. Okay? Or indeed you could also write that as 2x times x plus 2. Either way is fine. We're going to multiply them out later. The bottom number here, bottom expression, was multiplied by x plus 2, so we do the same on the top. 3 lots of x plus 2. The bottom thing here was multiplied by 2x, so we do the same on the top. 5 lots of 2x. Okay? And then the answer has the same bottom number. I'm going to multiply that out now, I think. So we've got 2x times x is 2x squared plus 2x times 2 is 4x. Okay, on the bottom there. And on the top, let's see if we can do it all in one here. That is actually 10 x's there. And here we've got 3 x's plus 10 x's, that's 13x. And we've got a 3 times a 2, that's a 6. And there's nothing over there, so that's just plus 6. 16x plus 6. Okay, you could put some intermediate steps in there if you want, but I'm kind of running out of board. Okay, so have a go at the purple one. Remember, it's a takeaway. Right, this one's going to take slightly longer because we've got a slightly more complex thing on the bottom down there. So, for the bottom expression, we are going to use 2x plus 1 multiplied by 4x. Take away. Okay, for the left-hand one, the bottom has been multiplied by the bottom of the other fraction, so 4x, so we've got 4 times 4x gives us a 16x up there. And on here, the bottom's been multiplied by the bottom of the other fraction, so we've got a 2x plus 1 times by 3. Okay, let's simplify that. I think I'll go down here. So on the bottom, we've got 4x times 2x plus 1. So 4x times the 2x, that's going to give us 8x squared. And the 4x times the 1 is 4x, so plus 4x. And on the top, we've got 16x's there, and here we've got 3 times 2x, that's 6x's, plus the 16, that's 22x's. And we've got a 3 times the 1 is a 3, and there's no numbers over there, so plus 3. Okay, so all in all, that is 22x plus 3 over 8x squared plus 4x. And no, nothing particularly cancels on there, so you can just leave it like that. Okay, pop back in another video. We'll do some that are the next stage harder. See you in a bit.
Mwahaha!